Hello YouTube, Caravan guy here today, and I'm going to show you how to wire up one of these 12 volt systems, and I'm going to incorporate solar and mains charging as well. As you can see, all works. So let's get to the video. So the first thing before we start is identify an area in which you're going to put the 12 volt system in. Now I've already put my 5 gang fuse box in, so that's already in, so don't worry about that. But what I've done as well is the 240 volt system, excuse all the mess in here, is going to be in a separate container to this. And the only cable which is going to be 240 volts is going to be in this. I haven't obviously secured it down yet, but that's going to be at the back away. So I need to identify an area where I'm going to put the battery. So let's get to that now. Before I'm going to put it in, I'm just checking the voltage of the battery, make sure it's not dead. And yeah, that's looking pretty good considering this has been off for a while. So yeah, I think we're good on that one. This is where I'm going to locate the battery. So I've got good pos sort of route, and a good negative route to where I'm going to need to go. I might even bring it a bit more further over that way. And yeah, making sure that you've got enough room around the outside to put your wooden strips to secure this battery. Another thing I would suggest is upgrading and getting these things on here. Okay, they're pretty inexpensive, but it means that you can put different multiple ones on here. You've got to bear in mind that one of these is going to be on that. This is also going to have, you know, solar attached to it as well, so that's another one, and then it just leaves you a spare one as well. Well, in fact it won't, because on the battery charger as well. So all 3 of these on each side is going to be taken up. It's better than just stacking them on one single one.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away.
So obviously this is all loose, so don't worry about that. First thing first, take off these. Right, so what's the first thing we're going to connect up? This is a circuit breaker, and obviously it's got 2 things, one to protect the system, but also means that when we're working on it, we can just press that, and it's completely well, it's then safe to work on. Note that says aux, that side says battery, so we're going to connect this up onto there. So ensuring that the circuit is broken, which looks like that, we're now going to be fitting the bus bar. Now this has already got a cable attached to it, which I'm going to be using to earth it. So we'll put this in, and then we'll go from there. And I'm going to locate it just on the inside there. So that's that in now. Now we can connect this battery cable onto the bus bar. So to recap so far, negative terminal to bus bar earth to chassis, which I will do a separate video on. Live on there to the circuit breaker, and then what we're going to do is connect this to these 2. Okay, so there'll be 2 cables. All right, now we're going to connect the negative to the bus bar, and that will supply power to this. But before we do it, we need to make sure that this is definitely broken. Okay, so yes, this cable is a bit long, but I will go back at a later date and shorten it and neaten it all up a bit. So pos to pos, neg to neg on the bus bar. Moment of truth, if we put this in, it should light up. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to break the circuit, and we're going to wire in our first lights. A good way of testing these with the lights beforehand is to use this with a 9 volt battery. However, some lights, not all of them, don't work on a 9 volt battery. However, these did, and then ones did. So let's have a look. The 2 negs on the bus bar and the two positives for the lights are on a Wagyu attached to this, which is obviously fused. So in theory, when I make the circuit, the lights come on. So obviously the voltage is there, which is pretty useful, but we need a way of charging this battery, and there's two means I'm going to be using. One's going to be solar, so we'll put that in now, and the other is going to be via mains. So quite simple really. We have been given these, and all you're going to do is take the positive one, obviously I'll take this off, put it into there, the negative on this one, and then the battery pos there, and then the battery neg there. Now this kit did come with a battery cable, so it should be as simple as connecting these in and then putting it on there. And we mount it on this wall here using this batten as support. So there it is, wired up. I decided against these forks. In the end I used these with a bit of heat shrink, as you can see, just to stop them from arcing over, and they just better. So excuse the heat shrink, obviously this one here is negative, I've run out of black heat shrink. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the panel, and then I'm going to fit it to the battery. Last piece of the puzzle is getting a battery charger fitted, okay? And it needs to be one which has got these connectors on it, alright? So it can just literally stay connected at all times. So now both connected, and this is also connected, so whenever I want to charge it, I can just plug that in. Thank you all for watching. In the comments, I'm going to put the playlist to Caravan electrical system, where I'll show you everything from building lights up, wiring, etc. Everything you need to know to wire up the Caravan. Please make sure you like and subscribe and follow the build. And if you've got any questions, please make sure you put them in the comments, and I'll get back to you as quick as possible. Thanks.